Do you have any tips for handling seasonality in roofing sales? What kind of strategies can be used to offset like seasonality?
I've
Sell
been
more when
asking
it's
this.
warm.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work unless you go. The only people I know that are doing any good in the winter, like true winter, is Arizona, down Zach out here in Phoenix. Their slow season is in like late spring, and then Southern California. But even the guys I know in Florida, unless you go to like Miami, like South Florida, they still have a winter and they still like slow way down. In Texas, they still slow way down in the winter. John, he's in Georgia. His winters die. Like, and it's like I was in Savannah in February. It was 55 degrees, like perfect working weather. Like you could go out there and nail shingles all day long. It just, I don't know. I've been asking this question almost to every roofer that's been on my podcast to try to, because I want to know. Like, I want to, what are you doing in the winter? Nobody's got an answer. The only thing I almost have switched gears because this year we took on a humongous. We always take on something in the winter, and I swear to God, we always regret it. Like we always regret taking on that thing in the winter that, well, this could get us through the winter to make some cash. I can tell you going into the winter of 24-25, I will not be taking those projects. We will
Why is that?
dedicate. So backtrack to when we used to do everything, a little bit of everything, right? Remodels, home building, we were doing a little bit of everything. But we were trying to transition out of that into just exteriors. Sure as shit, we would take on a remodel. And the last one I did, I'll never forget it because it might have been the worst customer I ever had. The project, we started it in January, should have been done with it. It was a big project. Should have been done with it by the end of February without much issue. It was an addition, full exterior, finishing the whole addition, big project. That job didn't finish till mid-May. Now, granted, we didn't work on it every day toward the end there, waiting on a lot of things, but we wasted so much quality weather time beating on this project that really wasn't making us money anyway. It was just kind of filling a void, filling a gap, keeping labor busy for nothing. We made no money. We just wasted money because we could have been working on projects that actually made money. So I can tell you, I have completely budgeted this year, and I budgeted the last 2 years, but I just am so hell bent on grinding 12 months a year as best I can that I'm not willing to sacrifice an opportunity to go make some money and propel the business forward. The job we took wasn't even too far outside of our scope. It was just it's outside of our service area some, and it's new construction commercial, which is we do commercial, but we don't do new construction. It was just it's out of our comfort zone. It's 3.5 hours from our office, so it's such a haul to get there. Well, 3 hours or so, but regardless, we're still finishing it. We're still finishing it today. And you know what we're doing? We're wasting time that we can be doing projects that pay money. So I can promise you this year, and I've made kind of a pact with my sales guys. I won't do that this year. We are not doing that. We're not taking anything on. January 1st, our season's close. We do get nice days in Ohio. Like we still get a 45-degree day where we can go put metal on a roof, or we can still do a roof here or there. But that's all we'll do. We will just continue our same business model. We will work on days that are able to work. If we can't work, we stay home. And we work on the business. So my sales guys, hey, take some time off, get some vacation in. Okay, you're done vacationing, come back. Let's work on sales process a little bit. Let's train the next guy that's getting hired. Let's do things like that in the office that need done because in my opinion, we missed an opportunity this past winter by going down here and screwing with this commercial job that we are going to take a loss on. I've done the math on it already. We are going to take a loss on it. And we could have done some really, really high quality training. We could have implemented some other processes in our business that we now wish we had that we just didn't take the time to do. So it's almost a blessing. It's a blessing. Just understand that, hey, you got a business that gets a break. Most businesses get no break to reevaluate and fix the things that you screwed up all year. You got a chance to fix it. That's what I would look at it as.
I mean, I've been in Ohio for all my life basically, and I've been in the roofing space for six something years, around 6 years. So I've dealt with seasonality for pretty much since my professional career in the roofing space. And like the downtime is when you look at your systems and your operations and find ways to improve your marketing. If you're going through a rebrand, or if you're really trying to narrow down the best way to spend money and create good assets on a digital front, like that's your downtime to do that. The roofers aren't busy, so you have more time to communicate with the sales team or your general managers, and you can really dedicate time and resources to developing your brand in those off seasons. I mean,
Yeah.
that's exactly what we did, the Rain Stoppers.
And took a huge loss on a commercial job.
Yeah, I wasn't part of that though.
We did it both. We did both of them.
Yeah,
We
you,
did
you did that on your
It was
own.
a really expensive winter here.
Oh man. Yeah, that's tough. It's tough. It does kind of blow your mind that like places down here in the South still have the same thing. 'Cause it's like
Unbelievable.
there's no practicality to it. It's just pure psychological, I think, on the side of buyers. Cause it's just like, do people just psychologically not want to do things in the wintertime, even if it's still warm?
So I'll tell you one tip. One tip that's worked for us in years past. We do not like selling metal. Like, we don't like it. I hate it personally. It's just but I can promise you, because I am a business person at the end of the day, and I've got people that want to work. We will throw ads up all of November and December about metal roofing,
Right.
because you can put metal roofing on in 5-degree weather as long as there's no snow on the roof. It doesn't matter. So we have been very fortunate with some of these government type projects that we do, that they don't give a shit what the material is. They just want a roof put on. And now we're not selling them junk. I mean, we're putting a good quality metal roof on. Like, I just don't like it. I don't like to sell it if I don't have to. But what we'll do is we'll get these jobs and we'll make them contracted for a time frame. So we'll tell them, yeah, we'll do the job, but it's going to be in January. And we may even give them a 5% break, you know what I mean, to move it to January instead of November. They don't care. So that's how we get. I'm going to tell you, Joe and I were just talking about this. Q1's our worst quarter by. I've never made money in Q1. I've always taken a loss in Q1, always, every year. I'll make it, but Q4 is usually my best quarter, because December is not that bad, and you're basically finishing up your backlog. So you're hammering away right up to Christmas. So yeah, January, February, March suck, because March sucks still, even in these not cold climates, because everybody's kind of coming out of winter, right? And now they're just now getting quotes. They're not signing the contract for 2 weeks. So that's, it usually lags also.